I've put together a few clips of boxing highlights keying in on the Spence versus Garcia fight, not Mikey but Danny, for this weekend, December 5th. I chose these few clips just to, possibly open your eye up on, some things that I see, and it may be some things that I don't see that you see. Very short clips, but it's enough footage in there to, pick your fight brain. So I'm gonna let these clips show. It's a few of them. Errol versus Mikey, Errol versus Sammy Vargas, Danny Garcia versus Lamont Peterson, Danny Garcia versus Keith Thurman. I know what I've seen, but I would like to know what you also see.
7 in favor of Spence.
And that's the thing. Mikey's a tremendous body puncher. He just can't get close enough. Mikey took that hard shot well and came back with his own right hand left hook, but, it has no effect on Errol Spence as of yet. And this is the Errol Spence.
Oh, good right hook by Errol Spence.
Lead left hand, but what a counter by Thurman. Backing up Garcia.
Certainly done that, and that left hook was a big one by Thurman. Garcia has a big
movement. Nice combination by Thurman in the final seconds. Have more knockouts than Tyson throughout his career. With 22, he's halfway towards equaling.
You're just following him. You got to step to the side, step to the right.
Garcia doubling up on the left and then coming in with the right hand. You can hear the anxiety in the crowd after what they saw in the earlier bout. Oh, right hand.
On short notice. In the red and black is Samuel Vargas. What do you see from Spence closing out that first round, Ray?
Well, Spence now has, he has the feel for what Vargas brings to the table. Taking his time, jabbing, and the right hand, and the left, and the right hand.
And there it is. Vargas goes.
In those clips that you saw 4 fights. Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence versus Sammy Vargas, Danny Garcia versus Keith Thurman, and Danny Garcia versus Lamont Peterson. In those clips, I took something from each of those that I saw and that I felt was interesting and important for the upcoming fight this Saturday. In the first clip, you've seen Errol versus Mikey. And in that clip, I seen Errol being able to showcase his boxing skills, working behind his jab, setting power punches up with the jab, and, just showing his boxing ability. In the second clip, I believe it was Danny versus Keith Thurman. And in that clip, you could see how Danny's flat-footed style has pros and cons. Sometimes he's able to generate power with that flat-footed style, with, working the body and, going up top. But you can also see from that clip and that fight itself, if you go back and watch that fight, it is a struggle for Danny Garcia to get away from punches with that flat-footed style. That flat-footed style is very hard for you to move your feet when you're not on your toes or, on the balls of your feet. But when you're flat-footed, it's very hard for you to be, what's the word I'm looking for? It's very hard for you to be defensively responsible, as far as getting away from punches. In the next clip, you're seeing Danny Garcia versus Lamont Peterson. You can see how when you move and you're on your feet, you can see shots, you can get away from shots. Also, I believe it was 1, maybe 2 jabs that you can see Lamont hit Danny with. It is that flat-footed style that really has been a key on why Danny Garcia is hit very often with jabs and things like that. In the last clip, you've seen Errol versus Samuel Vargas, and that clip is just, me. I chose that clip and I chose that fight just because a similar flat-footed style fighter, Samuel Vargas, getting blasted with shots from Errol Spence. Not saying that Danny would get blasted by those shots and fall just like Samuel did, but it is the fact that it is a struggle to get away from punches. And from a long-rangey boxer like Errol Spence, a long-rangey boxer puncher like Errol Spence, it may cause trouble for Danny Garcia come Saturday. I made this video basically to prove my point, just by just a small point, to show that Danny Garcia's style is tailor-made for Errol Spence's style. So let me know in the comments below what you think.